What's going on? This is Brett Snodgrass with the Simple Wholesaling team, and I am doing a Reflection Friday. So I'm super excited to be here, and I'm going to answer two questions. So the two questions when I reflect back on my life were what was I doing before real estate investing? Well, I was a substitute school teacher, and I was teaching school in Fort Wayne, Indiana. And I have an elementary education degree, and I also have a middle school and high school math endorsement. So I was teaching high school math in the inner city of Fort Wayne, Indiana, and I wasn't making much money. Actually, I didn't even work that much. I remember taking a lot of days off as a substitute school teacher. I worked, half the time. I think I made about $12,000 a year, something like that. So I didn't make a lot, and that's what I did. I like the flexibility of it, and I remember like in teaching kind of weird classes. I remember I like teaching home ec. I like teaching PE, music. Some of the like I don't know, maybe the goof off classes. Not saying those if you're a teacher, those aren't goof off classes, but like since I didn't know really how to the skills of some of those classes, I just had to sit there, and that I didn't want to do anything, right? So I was a substitute school teacher, and then I actually ventured into. My dad introduced me to a land developer, and I worked with him, and that's when I really got into real estate investing. As I was a bird dog for him, and I was helping him find land deals, and I was making about 5%, kind of like a real estate brokerage commission type. I would make 5% of the sales price of the land that he found, I believe. So I remember one time I made like 7 grand on a deal. That was the most money I'd ever seen. I was a substitute school teacher making 12,000 a year. So it's pretty crazy. How has real estate changed my life? Um, it's changed it immensely. I mean, I just can't. I've been doing this business for 13 years now, and I'll take you back before when I was a substitute school teacher. I went on a date, and I remember this was my very first date with this person, and we went out to dinner, and the bill was like, I don't know, we got dinner. It was $30, $35, something like that. And I gave the waitress my card, and she came back and she said my card had been declined, and that was like, what? Hey, run it again. That was a mistake, So she ran again, and she said no, the card's been declined. So I checked my account, and I had a negative balance in my account, so I couldn't use my card. It was my debit card. So I actually had to ask my date if she would cover the bill. $30 dinner, and that was my life. Basically lived paycheck to paycheck. Actually, less than that. I lived paycheck, and then the next week half the paycheck, and I would eat just ramen noodles to get to the next paycheck. And that was my life. That was 13, 14 years ago. Um, and then now today, it's just I have financial freedom. Honestly, like people talk about is financial freedom real, and it is. It is. Uh, yeah, I recently have named Brian Snyder as the CEO of our company, and that started June 1st. And so for the past 3 months, I have not worked that much in the business. And you can ask my team. They're like, "Oh, is Brett really?" He's worked, and I tinker here, check some emails, but I will tell you, not anything like I was. So I've been pretty much free to do things with my family, to do things that I wanted to do my passions, and and the business is still going. The business is still thriving. We actually have made more money these past few months than I made when I was really working extremely hard. Right. So now I'm able to be free. I'm able to travel with my family. I'm able to do my passions. I'm really passionate about missions trips, and I'm getting ready to go on a mission trip here in October to Guatemala. and I'm able to think. I'm able to have clarity on what I really want to do, where God's calling me to. And um, and I'll give you a quick example too, just kind of taking you back. So take yourself back to where my debit card bounced on that first date. Um, my ultimate dream was to make six figures a year. If I made six figures a year, that was more money than that was people that made six figures a year. They were just like up here in my eyes. They're like, wow, that's that's like 10 grand a month. Like, that's crazy. And here I was making 12,000 a year, right? So that was like 10 times the amount that I had made. Well, let's fast forward now. I remember a guy talking about turning your annual income into your monthly income, right? So let's just take that for example. For me, that was a huge. I was making 12,000 a year, and for me to think about making 12,000 a month, that was ludicrous, like crazy, too big for me. And and let's even take that a step farther right now. So let's take the six figures, right? So six figures a year was a huge number to me. But what if you could make six figures a month? Like ridiculous. I mean, ridiculous. And we've done that. We've done that repeatedly in real estate. So here is a man whose debit card bounced on a date, substitute school teacher making 12,000 a year, to 13 years later can say, you can make six figures a month. It's life changing. Life changing. But the money's not really what the life changing. It's what you're gonna do with it. It's like, what are you gonna do with that? How are you gonna impact others? And that's why I'm putting this video together for you guys. Hope you guys enjoy it. Have an awesome weekend. It's Brett Snodgrass. I'm signing off. See you guys.